What's up, YouTube? So, I know I already have a couple videos about Malians from the garrison, but it's still a matchup I've been continuing to struggle with, despite, you've seen in the other videos I've had some success with going fast castle and playing knights and archers, but it's not quite the best strategy. And I still lose a lot because they just pump out so many units so fast, so many Musafati, which are really strong against the knights. And they raid you from every angle with those Musafati if they're good. And they just take control, and it's hard to get control of the game, right? Again, so I've been playing a little Malians myself, and I got countered by somebody who was playing French, and they just stayed in feudal and made horsemen and archers. So I decided to try that myself, and I'm starting to think this is the way to go against Malians. So I'm going to show you the game where I was playing off stream, so that's why I'm making this video. Yeah, I played this game off stream, and this was my first time trying a prolonged feudal with horsemen and archers against from the garrison. So we're gonna put the early game on ×2 or ×4 for a minute because it's just very typical openings. I'm going for sheep with my scout. He's going for sheep. Doing the 6-house build out here, or I guess he only went 4 houses, which is interesting. Most people do 6. I normally do 6, I think. It could be changing though. I'm not the best Malians player, so. So you see how I'm sending more villagers to wood here than I normally would as French. And that is because I'm not trying to rush a knight, I'm trying to rush horsemen. I actually maybe could have pulled off the gold even earlier in this game, and that is something maybe I could learn from. Still go for wheelbarrow immediately though, like a normal French build. And I actually didn't have enough food for horsemen super like right away, but alright. Start slowing it down now. I scouted this, maybe not yet, but I scouted it pretty soon. He already has spearmen. There it is. It's not like I can attack his gold. Sarin Trade Network, which is, one of the struggles against Malians in the early game if you try to be aggressive. I'm already 4 villagers ahead thanks to French, producing villagers faster, so that's nice. But he also gets passive income from his pit mine. Yeah, like I said, my game plan here is just mass archers and horsemen. I'm not going for a second TC or anything. I just want to have a nice mass of archers and horsemen for when the garrison comes online, so I don't just get overwhelmed. But we'll look for things I could have done better and things I did well. I just have the game in 2 times right now, but I'll speed it up once it gets more active in a second. I had looked around his base and I just saw nothing I could harass with my archers and horsemen. All his food's here. All his wood's here. Under the TC, I maybe could harass it a little bit. Gold's not harassable thanks to this, so that's why I'm just kind of massing units right now and preparing for what's to come. And I'm floating a lot of gold right now. I do manage to spend that pretty soon on like a blacksmith, I think. I'm getting blacksmith upgrades. But yeah, I think I could have, in this build, I could hold off from going so heavy on the gold for sure. I could have pulled these villagers earlier, so that is a mistake I made. I'm also floating a good bit of wood right now. I'm about to start spending all of these resources, I promise. At this point, he should be nearing castle. Yeah, he is. You can see his resources in the top. I may say, well, you haven't done any damage yet. like I said, this game, my game plan was to stay in feudal. I'm not looking to go castle anytime soon. I do finally pull these, and then I spend all my gold on the blacksmith that I make here in a second. I can't believe I sent more villagers out to gold. Well, I don't think I need a gold right now, but I do end up producing some knights since I have the gold too as well. Just a couple knights. After I kind of force him away from the Musafati with all these archers and horsemen. Let's see. I did not get forestry, so I don't know. Maybe should have got survival techniques. Should have got forestry. But I did get wheelbarrow. I got this upgrade, whatever it's called, horticulture. Got the broad axe. I ended up getting all these blacksmith upgrades. Still have too much gold. It's a very consistent theme for me this game, is having too much gold. But at this point, I've got a decent mass going, and I really am ready to find something to harass. I managed to catch this villager right as it's coming to build a pit mine, so that was good. And he has the Farmba online now, but the thing is, like, it's going to take him a second to get out units, and what units is he going to go for? Right? Like, is he going to go for the Musafati to be annoying? Or is he going to go for javelins, since I already have archers to counter the Musafati? He has to think about a lot, and I'm kind of forcing him away from just, like, rushing me with Musafati. He's making a mistake here by getting upgrades in this garrison. He should probably have dropped an army archer range, so that he could get the upgrade in the archery range. But this is where things go really well for me. And I attack his gold. I catch... see it. I killed at least 3 villagers there. Idle him off the gold for a minute. And he was just picking off reinforcements over here, so I just start massing in the middle instead. I pull these away from the tower so they're not dying. At this point I have a 12 villager lead and a 16 military lead. And I idled his gold so he can't, you know, I slowed down the production here for a second. I'll use these units. And after I got these kills on the villagers, I felt like I was in a decent spot. You never know for sure when you're in the game that you're, you know, how many villagers ahead you are and all that. But I definitely felt like I was in a decent position, and I was happy to be putting on the pressure instead of facing the pressure. Meanwhile, I'm just preparing at home, because the longer you play against Malians, the more likely it is that some invisible motherfuckers are going to show up in your base, so... I'm just walling up, showing my defenses a little bit. I have a really good spawn here with deer here and here, as well as berries here and here and here. It's all just in this nice safe space. And I'm just massing in the middle. And some big mistakes from me, I think, here in a minute. I do think I could be putting on more pressure with my army right now, obviously. But I was a little bit nervous about Frimba and his upgraded units at this point, so I think this is where I start going for castle myself slowly, while still making some units. But yeah, I definitely should have been doing more with my army right here, but it does get moving again very soon. It's just, it's hard to know in games sometimes, like, you know, how much army do they have, how much army do you have. But here I could see, I looked like, it looked decent for me. I just wanted to get some more horsemen. I think I lose that scout, that was bad. So I just start massing more horsemen because I am a little concerned about the javelins. I think maybe I could have taken this fight already though here. It's 15 javelins, I have 21 archers and 9 horsemen. But there's more units coming in from back here as well, so I decided to play it safe because I'm not sure if I can win the fight. And you should always play like this, you know, like don't if you're out on the map and you don't think the fight is good for you, then pull your units back to defend, right? Just keep pulling back, keep massing. And eventually, you'll likely be able to take a favorable fight. Now this is what I wish I had caught more than anything. I did briefly, like, fast forward through this replay on my own time. Yeah, if I had caught this, oh my god, that would have been juicy. This mass exodus out to this gold mine. It was very risky on his part, but it paid off and kept him in the game because I didn't find that. I don't know if I even scouted it, to be honest. Like, if I, like, from the beginning of the game, I don't even know if I I scouted most of the map, but I don't think I scouted this one gold mine. So he pushes in and he kills a villager or two, but now I can take the favorable fight. I have way more units, and I surround the javelins. Not the best micro for me, but I have so many more units that it's okay. I should have been focus firing those a little more. My Woodvilles just idled for a brief moment. They're going back to the wood now. And that was a big fight for me. I felt really confident after that. And I felt ready to push out and start trying to do more damage at his base. So unfortunately though, I thought all his villagers would be here mining gold. Because I assumed this had run out. I was right about that. But all his villagers were back here, man. If I had found that right now... And look how close I am. He's like leading me back there too. And I like don't even find it. I just split off enough horsemen to deal with this. And I take these back. Because I just thought the villagers would be here. So this is where I go. So this is a mistake for me. I definitely should have made another scout or something and been finding this. I don't even know if I have a scout right now, which is a mistake against Malians. And now I'm 15 villagers ahead. I have a huge army compared to him, which, you know, I can't see these numbers when I'm playing, so I don't know exactly how far ahead I am, but I felt like I was in a good position. And see, I hadn't seen any Muscati warriors at all at this point, so I did start mixing in some knights. I'm still in feudal age, guys. That's crazy. That's how long I stayed in feudal age. I was serious about the feudal age. But you can see, look at my food income a minute now. Like, in 1 minute, I'll have enough food per castle. Gold income kind of hurting, but I think I send a bunch of villagers to gold to get the gold for castle. And meanwhile, I can destroy all of this for free. He has nothing to contest me destroying this. And here he starts picking off reinforcements, which is really kind of an act of desperation, right? Like, this is like, I am far behind. All I can do is try to pick off reinforcements. So instead of chasing into his base, I decide, you know what, I'm still going to destroy all this, and then I'll start massing my second army here in the stealth forest. And at this point, he's able to start getting some counter raids, which is his only way back into the game. Thankfully, my base is kind of walled up. But you don't need to overreact to stuff like this. Just pull the villagers and send a knight to deal with it for 2 knights. I didn't notice this for a second, so this is pretty bad. See how many vills I lose here. Yikes, 2 vills. But I did notice, and Yeah, in a second here I just spawn a few knights in my base to take care of this stuff. I'm still pretty far ahead on bills. Very far ahead on military. Destroying all, I destroyed a pit mine here and all these houses, which is quite annoying for him to have to rebuild all of that. I got knights in my base just to kill these Sopa. And I built a ram to start being annoying, but I wasn't necessarily committing to an all-in here. And what's funny is you can see I actually have 82 army to 40, but when I saw all this in his base, I was a little worried. I thought that maybe he had enough to defend, especially because his units are castle age and mine are not at this point. But I did decide to go for it. And I do get a couple Vil kills and lots of idle time, and I think that this really pushes the game in my favor. And he's just raiding back here with one Sofa, and it's just attacking the mill still, so he's clearly distracted. I do start to lose this fight, I feel like, and that's when you should just pull back, It's just not necessarily going your way anymore. Your archers are just taking too much TC fire. You can see I'm 21 villagers ahead now. My knights are cleaning up sofas in my base. And he's just streaming in a sofa every once in a while, but I do take care of this hole eventually. Those archers are dead, but whatever. And at that point, I did my damage. I'm not gonna just keep my villagers there to die, or my archers there to die, right? I'm gonna back up, I'll go castle, and just keep extending my lead. I can't believe our scores are even right now. And man, this game, once again, this is another point where it just probably would be game over if I just had found this. Look how close I get. And then I'm like, nah, I don't need to chase this Sofa forever. Nah, I need to come back to my base and go castle. That's what I was thinking. It's crazy though, like Farimba is so insane, right? Look at his gold. He's still like in this game. It's not completely over, like he can still mass enough military. Look at the military count right now, it's starting to be even again. I probably should have kept pressure up on this wood line. Even right now, I probably could have. But I felt like I had thrown away too many units in this fight. And we'll fast forward for a second because I think I just massed units here for a second before the final push. And which is my total goal here at this point, is just to get all my upgrades. And in the game, you can see I'm already, I'm queuing the archer upgrade, horseman upgrade. And pretty soon I'll work on all these upgrades. I don't have I don't even have chivalry at this point because I just hadn't been producing a lot of knights. It had been mostly horsemen, so. Alright, so we're just going to take care of this, another Sofa raid. I built a tower here to help. I intended to put the Springled on this tower, Springled upgrade, to help with the stream of Sofa, and then I wall here, because I'm getting really tired of the Sofa. There's the wall. And now, look at my army. And look at his army though, like, even still, he's still in this game. If I had found these villagers, it still would have, that would have been GG if I caught them back here, but I never did, so. But at this point I felt like I could end the game, and it was way closer than I thought it was military-wise. But I made the push. I microed my horsemen and knights back for a second while the archers, you know, took shots on the Musafati and the spears, and oh, they're all gone. And you know, the military numbers were close a second ago, but they're not anymore. And that's the thing about Farimba, is it's going to take him a minute. Like, this does produce 5 units at a time, but it produces them pretty slowly. It'll take him a minute to remass here. And I just dived the base at this point. I'm gonna head by, you know, 23 villagers. My army's massive. And there's just nothing he can do at this point. It's GG. The desperation keep comes in. Yeah, if you've been beating your head against the wall up for this matchup, definitely look to try to do something like this. I think staying in feudal is just not a bad call at all. I killed all the vills on the keep, so you know, he had the GG at that point. But yeah, I think feudal horsemen archers is the go-to. You know, I'm definitely not the one to discover this by any means. Like I said, I had someone play the strategy against me as French when I was Malians. But yeah, it's definitely, I think that's the way to handle the matchup. So if you're watching on YouTube, thanks for watching, and like, comment, subscribe, check out my Twitch, and yeah, let me know, you know, what problems you're facing in the game that you need a video or would like some insight on, and you know, maybe I can do that in the future. Have a good one.